In the previous video, we took a look at the opening alleyway scene of the game and how it was reworked from its initial design. In today's devlog video, we'll be exploring the development of the streets beyond those very same alleyways. Welcome to Little Big Animation, where we are developing a classic survival horror game each week titled Subject. Creating a street filled with clear chaos, destruction, and danger was a real challenge. There are so many components to a street that make it much more complicated than a road with some buildings. It was clear that I had to make as much of a mess as I possibly could with crashed and abandoned cars, trucks, buses, etc. As I'm pretty new to sculpting, when it came to building the vehicles, it was my toughest challenge yet. I managed to make a decent truck and bus since they are more boxy in design, but the cars with their more complex geometry certainly tested my patience. I may have to do another pass at designing the cars, but for now I feel like they do the job. It also helps that since there's snow covering them, it adds a little more depth to them that I was perhaps lacking. The bus itself has more interior work done as you can traverse through it. Passengers fled and left behind their belongings such as bags, purses, briefcases, newspapers, etc. I always remember the bus scene from the original Resident Evil 2 being such a claustrophobic area to get through, and that's something I wanted to tap into in my own game. The bus also acts as a middle point, separating each side to have their own points of interest. The left side contains a raging fire, blocking you from progressing further, and the right has a massive car pile-up, forcing you to take a detour through an abandoned building. The streets themselves are filled with different assets such as metal fences, traffic cones and signs, as though there was ongoing construction. There's a fire hydrant, a newspaper dispenser, a manhole, traffic lights and signs, all of which were made to make it a believable street but also to keep a nice variety. The buildings gave me some thought, as it's very easy to just make one and then duplicate it. But when you really take a look at a street, you'll notice that every building is shaped differently with different colours, textures and personality. That's something I still need to take time to really flesh out, even if you'll never actually interact or enter these buildings. Coming up with names and designs for the plaques and signs is also something I want to delve further into. I also feel like this would be a good opportunity to add some Easter eggs to the game. Since I've decided to go with snow around the environment, I would like to add variation to the snow on the road to add tyre tracks and footprints for some additional details before I'm finished with that. I'm sure there's more assets I could add to the scene, but there will be more street sections throughout the game with their own look and feel, so I'll try to hold off from cramming everything into the one location. That's everything for today's devlog. I hope you liked the progress made so far. A massive thanks to everyone who has supported the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, share this video with your friends, and if you'd like to support the channel further and help the development of our upcoming games, there are more details down in the description below on how you can become a channel member, as well as links to our Patreon page and our Teespring store. Thank you for all of your support, and I'll see you in the next video.
PlayStation